this is my fishing bag that I'm taking here, you know. So it's going to be pretty remarkable. What's up, guys? Quick update here for you. We're actually traveling to Fiji in 1 week. So we are going for about 3.5 weeks, almost the entire month of June. And while we're going, I have plenty of dive trips and a few other things set up. Definitely some fishing, and we'll be taking some different boat trips and whatnot. But what's really cool and what we're blessed with here in America is having nice stuff. And in Fiji, they don't have a whole lot of nice stuff. They just don't get it very often. It's not like they can just run to their local fishing store and buy some quality gear. In fact, most of the people there in Fiji will actually fish with a hand line. So they've got like 35-pound mono, and they're just using the hook and bait and just trolling, or maybe a lure, trolling in like maybe a motorboat or something like that. And you can imagine what that does to your hands. And they're barehanded, no gloves, just bare hand, and they just use what they can. So I ran out to my local fishing store and picked up a Daiwa. It's a Sweetfire 4000, and it's just a 2-bearing cheap reel, right? It's about $30, and a Mako made by Hurricane saltwater telescoping rod. It's medium to heavy action. It's not the best, but it was a $20 pull and a $30 reel, so like a $50 setup. The reason why I'm going with something cheap is just that at the end of our trip, more than likely somebody's to say, oh, that's a really cool setup, and I won't feel guilty in giving it to them. So I wanted to show you, and maybe this isn't the right way, but this is the way I'll spool a reel. And then I'll show you some of my gear that I'm taking, because I'm going to pack ultralight. I mean, this is going in my luggage with just a couple of just small tackle boxes that have a number of different 1-ounce lures. This setup is rated for 1 to 3 ounce. So some surf cast weights. I did get 4 ounces just to get me out and keep me in the surf. But yeah, I'm gonna set this up for hopefully to tackle some larger fish. This is really rated for spool length for like 30-pound test. So I'm throwing 50 on it because I do have a feeling I might get lucky and get some larger wahoo or some tuna or some of the bigger fish out there. I mean, they're going to put up a good fight. I also have some steel cable or some sturgeon setups, just because, again, some of the fish there are pretty gnarly and they just cut right through mono. So just to save my rig, I'll probably end up putting a wire setup just to keep them from jamming it. So this is maybe not the best way or the right way to do it, but this is how I spool. So set up already, I have some warm soapy water that I put into just a Tupperware dish, and I've already tied a slip knot at the leader of my spool. But as I pull this to load the line, this is going to really prevent line twist. Again, maybe not the right way or the best way, but it's just the way I do it. So I'm open to any interpretations. And again, the beautiful part is that this little guy is going to easily fit into my suitcase, but I'm just going to extend the first section and give this leader a little tug and flip the bail and bring this down to the bottom. P-line pliers that I will cut the tag in with my fingers here. I'm going to keep a little bit of tension and just to let it start to wind. And the purpose of having it in soapy water is just so it spools a little easier, but then it just goes on proper. I went with the 4000 so that I could just put on heavier line. So you see how it's just not raveling, not giving me any line twists. Fully spooled reel here. That's travel ready. So again, here we have that Hurricane Mako 7-foot telescoping rod. I got some 20-pound test, some 50-pound test, that Daiwa Sweet Fire 4002 bearing. So again, I'm in for $50 on the rod and the reel, and just a few dollars on the mono. Got my little travel bag here, which I've got set up for a few different ways to fish, and I'll kind of show you everything that's in it. But again, just traveling really light. Got a small knife in here, as well as some lip pliers, key line, needle nose or hook remover with cutters, and just a few different gloves to take. It's set up in my gearboxes, locking watertight plano. Again, just trying to go light, but I've got some cod rigs, size 6 hooks. At worst case scenario, it might end up even just taking some of these hooks to replace with some of the trebles for the lures that I have. Some beads, so that when I set up a sliding setup for beach, in fact, I'd show you how I do that with a swivel tied to my leader that I would have just a single with the cable or sturgeon setup, a cable on it, because some of the fish that are there with this, like I don't know, potentially maybe even white tip shark or other larger fish, wahoo, dolphin fish, they're pretty aggressive and might, snap the line. So I just have some various hooks, maybe even shrimp flies. I have no idea if the shrimp flies are going to work there or not. A few different leaders here just to take with. There's some spare line just to set those up, and some sliding swivels to attach some pyramid weights, so if I'm in the surf and casting past the first couple breakers, maybe hook something of good size. And in this setup, again, just traveling light. I'm taking these squid. Now these usually work in Monterey in the deep. They glow. But I don't know, maybe at nighttime I'm just going to maybe try them out, see how they work. I have some, so this will be max weight. I have some 4-ounce pyramid, just to keep me in the surf if it's pretty rough. I got a 3/4 ounce bucktail, just to kind of get in between some rocks and maybe some of the jetties. And this is how I'm going to be traveling light. So this is just a pool tube that I cut, and inside I have various different lures and hooks. I have a couple bars. Let's see how I can get these out. So some diamond cut blue and purple minnow, black and purple minnow. So I believe some of these are, one of these is, I think this is a Shimano, and I believe these are P-lines, so purple and silver. I have a feeling, just because of the size of the fish, and this is why I might actually go to some of these larger J hooks. I have a feeling those are actually going to end up working better. So if I need to replace these smaller trebles with just some simple larger J hooks, we'll do that. And then I have no idea. I know that these larger, I usually use like 10 and 8 ounce, 12 ounce bars, 14 ounce bars when I go to Monterey and deep sea. So I want to say this is a think this is a 2-ouncer or a 1 ounce. Let's see. This definitely seems a little heavy. I think it's a 2-ounce bar, but we'll see how this diamond bar works. Like I said, I don't know. These kill them in Monterey, so I don't know. Who knows? If I lose it at the bottom, it is what it is. It was $3, you know. So, but these are just some of the things I plan on kind of surf casting or casting into bait balls as they, you know, as we're kind of at the shore. The benefit, and I've never been to Fiji, so I have no idea what to expect. Maybe I'm not even close, but we shall see. And I'm gonna grab some cool footage with my GoPro, my chest mount, and see if anything actually pans out. So who knows? Might get some big stuff, might not. So yeah, that's my setup to travel light in Fiji, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll catch anything, but if I do, I don't know. Maybe you guys could try the same. Happy eating. Happy fishing.